Hey everybody, well, it's time for an update and we have new lambs. Got a few changes. Let's start out here. Not everything goes as planned, not everything goes great. All right, we got these guys that we had out here before. I moved Tammy out here and Tammy has her ewe lamb, but if you notice, we don't have a little one. I had him inside from the last video feeding the little one. Unfortunately, the little one stuck its head through the fence. She laid down, laid on it, and we lost that one. So we have that one left. We have a little ewe lamb left. We have the two ram lambs left out here. How you doing, buddy? And on the other side, over here, is our bottle baby. She's the only one left. So let's go inside the barn and I'll show you what happened. And it all happened in less than 24 hours. So let's go inside. All right, so the other night I started watching, had a first time mom, and had them out in the catch pen area. Started watching her maybe about 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock or so, about 11 if I said that's enough, and I shut the lights off to go to sleep. About 1:30 I took a look, nothing. 3:30 I took a look, and here's mom, and there's little one, little ram lamb. I'm not really sure where that black belly comes from, markings, but he does have it. He's got a little white there on the tip of his tail, on his legs, and on his side, on his other side, he's got a white streak, like a lightning bolt streak. So that was 3:30 in the morning. Had him in. About 4:30 I woke up, so I thought, well, let's make sure he's doing okay. And about that time I looked, and there was Megan and this little girl. Yeah, you were born about 4:30. So, nice little ewe lamb, got a little black spot on top of her head. But it's just a single. Why she didn't have twins? I don't know. Happens sometimes. Got one more. We're going to come back to that one. So that's 4:30. At that time I decided I'm just getting up. Might as well get up. And hung around, got that taken care of. And we'll come back in a bit. I'm going to go out here. We'll show you what happened next. All right, so 4:30 next morning, about 10:30, 11, I noticed Goldie, and it took her till in the afternoon. About mid-afternoon, Goldie gave us a set of twins. And we close the gate here. And the little black and white one is a ewe lamb, and the little brown white one is a ram lamb. So we ended up with a set of twins, and that now gave us 4 of them in about 12 hours, something like that. I like him. I like this guy. He's got that on his butt, and then he's got a brown spot on his other shoulder. Couple cuties though. Looks like, he's got a little brown spot in his ear too, now that I see it. All right, so that gives us 4 of them so far. Now we'll go back inside and finish the day. Now the reason those 2 are out there, by the way, is I still had Tammy and her lambs back here. So and she had a double pin. I was giving her a double pin at that time for the size. So it was easy. I was going to move them out, and I thought, you know what, it's easier just to leave those 2 back where they were, build them a pin back there. So I thought I was done until about 8 o'clock that night. And at 8 o'clock that night, Precious decided to have a little ram lamb. And again, where this color's coming from, I have no idea. Little white foot, you can see a white spot right on top of his head. So, got a little bit of white. I'll tell you, some of the facial colorings on him, like her, almost has a little mouflon look to it. It's almost, you're looking at a mouflon when you're looking at that one. So that was about 8 o'clock at night, and that's all of them. 4 ewes, half the flock in less than 24 hours. But we got those done. We're down to 1 left. I got the bottle baby left. Here we can see the stripe on this guy now. There you can see that white stripe on his side. Just enough color. That'll make him registrable for Painted Desert, and even this one has got just enough white. As long as they got a little bit of white, that's all they need. So that leaves us, we'll head back out here again. We got 1 left. We got you. You're the only one left. Yeah, the bottle baby is it. Hang on just a second. Get the door here. The bottle baby is it. You're the only one. So we're going to make some changes. What I'm going to do, I've got these 2 here. And I think I'm going to leave them, but I'm going to extend the pin out to where I can open this door. Because it's nice and sunny. And that way they can go outside. We'll let them go outside. Then the second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring her inside. So what we'll end up doing now is we'll take the FAR 2 over there, and those FAR 2 ewes, we're going to take them and their babies. They're going to end up outside in the other half of that. We're going to leave her with her baby. I'm going to bring her way over here, and I'm going to give her 2 pins. She can have 2 pins, and these other 2 pins, I'm going to bring that one outside and bring it in. So that way, these 2 will split this up. The other babies will all be outside. I don't want to leave that one by itself. And I figured this is the last one born, so we'll leave him inside for now. If she would have some babies, once she does, then I wouldn't mind putting them outside. I like putting them together, like here's 2 of them. And then I got the 3 outside. I got the twins. Once these 2 have been together for a day or 2, then I'll probably put them with those twins and put 4 together. Especially because in this case, we have a first-time mom. So I don't want to get a first-time mom all shook up that all of a sudden, where's my baby and what are all these other things out here? So I don't like to throw 8 or 10 of them together all at one time. I like to put 2 or 3 together, let them get acclimated to having 2 or 3 lambs around, and then move them in with 2 or 3 others or something like that. All right, that's so far. I'm going to reorganize all this stuff. We'll come back later. I'll show you how I've got it reorganized. We still got 1 lamb to go. If I got any amount of luck, in the next 24 to 48, she'll lamb. She is bagging up. And that's first-time mom. So to me, if a first-time mom's bagging up, she's got to be getting close. I hope. So that's the update. We'll be back in a while, and I'll show you all the changes I made. Hey everybody, well, guess what? Lambing pins are all pulled out. Got them all put back up against the wall. They'll be good till next year. So let me show you how I've set everything up out here so far. And our last little one, huh? There's our last little one, little white guy, little white ram lamb. And that is our final one. I got 1 in here with her. They've been out here since yesterday. So she had lamb, let them sit for 1 day. She was a little slow, first time mom. I felt she was just a little slow taking care of that one. So I let them 24 there. Then I brought them here. Now I'm put them, and yeah, she's not with the one I planned to put her with. Those 2 kept yelling at each other, so I ended up putting them together. Make things a little bit quieter. Let me turn you all the way around here. Let me close this door. Now, they're here now, and in just a little bit, I'm going to turn them out with the other ones, but I don't want to get too crazy, so what we're going to do, let's go out here. I got everybody out. We had some high winds, some rain and everything. I put everybody else together, and I locked them under the cover here. they had been locked under this whole thing. I have some chain link panels. I had closed this entire thing off and let them go inside. So there's our little ones. There is everybody. Yeah. How you doing, little guy? That one's kind of special. That is my Lomax daughter and bred to Taz. So we'll see what that comes out like. Hang on here. I'm going to, well, let's see. Maybe I can do this while hanging on to you. Let's let them go out in the grass. Huh? Let me hang you up just a second. Do that while I tie the gate back so I know it doesn't close. And we're just giving them this little small spot just to get them out, let them get out for a little bit. First time lambs, and some of the lambs have been out here, but some of them haven't. So we'll let these guys get out here. Oh, Tammy. All right. Yes, everybody gets all shook up. There we go. The only bad part of putting them out like this, especially when you got a gate sitting like this, sometimes one gets on one side and one gets on the other, and then they kind of figure out who everybody is, where everybody's going. All right, now we have that part done. Let's go back and turn the other ones loose. I like to do it this way because introducing those two with all the ewes and all the lambs, it gets to be a mess. Guess what? These guys are busy. They're going to be busy now. They got some grass to chew on, so that'll keep them occupied. And that might make this a little simpler. Let me hang you up, okay? Right over here. How's that? Now you can see everything. All right, guys. Would you like to go outside? Huh? Move the water bucket out of the way. We'll just pick that up. There we go. Who wants to go outside? Huh? Want to go out with all the others? Better keep up with Mom, not me. No, there, Mom. She's coming. He's a little slow. There you go. That's good. I'm glad to see Mom's concerned where he's at. Yes. Glad to see that. That way I know. And they might be a little standoffish from the rest. Oh, here's somebody's got to come see who's the new ones. Everybody just takes it easy and slow. That's the way I like to do them, so they don't get, sometimes babies get lost and they're never sure where Mom is, so. But he's keeping up with Mom. I like that. The other day, his first day old, he wasn't keeping track of Mom so much. He'd kind of, admittingly, the two ewes kind of looked alike. He'd almost want to latch onto the other one, and she wanted nothing to do with him. So it took him a little bit to figure out, okay, this one's Mom, this one's not Mom. And he was a little different in the fact that usually when one is born, I have them in their own pen by themselves just with Mom. In this case, I didn't. They were set up a little bit differently this time, but everybody's out finding some grass. Look at that, even the little ones are out there. Look at that tail go. Yeah, he's fine. Got a little white tip on the tail. Just enough white on him. Nothing like babies, huh? So guys, that's it for 2025. We're done lambing for the year. Half the flock in one day, 24-hour period of time, we did half of them. I like that. It was a little hectic that day, but boy, it was nice to get it over. So we're going to put them here. I'm going to take this all apart. I'll give them this whole pen now. They can have the whole thing. They got plenty of room to go inside, spread out inside. They should be in good shape because we got some rain coming again tomorrow. I'm going to let them come out on this little grassy area for a little bit. There's not going to be a ton out here for them to eat, but there's enough. I'll give them something. I'll probably change them around in a while. Set my hay feeder up here. I've been feeding them in the troughs. I like this kind of a hay feeder only because the ewes will get in, stuff will get in the ground, and the lambs all get underneath it. And yes, they're only a week or two old, and they're all in there eating alfalfa. When I put out the alfalfa, those lambs are in there just as much as mom is in there. So that's good. We want to get them doing that. And probably by the time you come back the next time, we'll have a creep feeder set up. We're probably going to have that set up because, yes, I put out grain, and they're in there eating grain with mom too. So we're going to get the creep feeder set up here pretty quick now. Otherwise, that's all I got this time around, guys. See you the next time.